Good morning and welcome to the Disney Vlogs. It is day one and I started off today by waking up at 5:15 a.m. which you will find out shortly was an hour later than I was actually supposed to. So after eating some avocado toast, I quickly got dressed and hopped into the car to get to the airport where it would be the craziest adventure of the entire trip. Not gonna lie, waking up that early sucked, but luckily the sky was super pretty to make up for it. After getting to Portland Jetport, we eventually and miraculously got onto the plane, and I'll explain the whole story when we land, but for now, just enjoy the clubs of the sky. Yep, that's me working on some A-push, 30,000 feet in the air. Let's see one more. Made it to Newark. Our flight is delayed an hour and 57 minutes, and so now we were expected to get there at 2:28, but now we're expected to get there at like 3:58,
So, I don't know where Mallory's, all her shoes we're gonna find them.
That's my skincare routine.
We had a little issue at the airport.
Where's the magic hands? What's your makeup?
I'm looking for my snacks. We just had a tiny little problem. The only casualty was the suitcase.
So we'll give a brief overview of what happened. So we were 6 minutes late to our baggage thing, and you're supposed to be there 45 minutes early.
To check in your baggage.
And we missed it by 6 minutes. And so
because I got mixed up on the time we were supposed to leave. I thought it was 5:45, but we should have left at 4:45.
I just got two shoes, okay.
Two random shoes.
Yes, they don't even match.
Look, they'd be a match pair.
And these weren't even the shoes that I was wearing to the airport.
What are your shoes?
What shoes?
That you were wearing to the airport.
They're the purple and green ones that you just had
they
out.
were easier to scrunch.
No, because they told me to take off the ones, and I was in security. They're like, excuse me, you have to take off your shoes. So I put them at Dad's, but the first ones that came out were these. And so I didn't have time to put on the other ones.
We were in a hurry. But really, why do we need to be? Because now we're waiting 4 hours for our next flight.
They told us basically that we couldn't check in our bags and we couldn't get on the flight. And that was
right, because you have to be on the same flight that your bags are on. I asked if we could put the bags on another flight.
And they said no.
It was a stressful morning. We ran. We looked at the pools in the airport running. That was us. The stressed out looks on their faces.
Yes.
That was us.
Basically, they were trying to find us a different flight. And there weren't any more today in either Portland or Boston. And there weren't any more Saturday in either Portland or Boston. There are birds in here. And there was like a few on Sunday. But that's like 2 days into our trip. So we didn't want that. So we were considering driving to this airport.
We had a flight here.
Yes, and we thought we could make it. And then if we didn't make that, we just thought, well, hey, let's just drive to Florida, which would be 17 hours. And then my dad had a good idea to try to cram all of our stuff in our suitcases into our carry-ons to try to fit those on the plane.
Right, but our carry-ons, they were actually our suitcases, so they were bigger than carry-ons, but I think downstairs they felt sorry for us and they said just try it.
Okay, that was a terrible explanation, but basically my mom's suitcase and my dad's suitcase were small enough to pass as carry-ons. So we were able to use those bags as carry-ons, but my suitcase was way too big to be considered a carry-on, and since we didn't have time to check it or bring it back to the car, it just had to be thrown away. So we had to cram all of my stuff into the 5 bags we had, the 3 carry-ons, 1 that each of us had, and my mom's suitcase and my dad's suitcase. Yeah, and they just said, if you run, you can make it.
Her suitcase was too big.
And so it had to get confiscated and thrown away.
And she's really bummed because she purchased it.
No, I did. It's okay though, I'll get another suitcase. And so we run up to security and we are so frantic. The people are asking us how we are and we're just like, we're stressed. And so we get through security, but there's a bit of an issue because we had to get rid of some liquids and some knives because we thought we were going to be checking the bags.
And they're like, aren't these checked in bags to be checked in? We played stupid. Yeah, we were desperate.
Yes, we were. We are running. We look like idiots. We find the gate. We're going one way. We got to run the other way. We get to the gate, and then the people are like, you can't bring these bags on. They're too big. We're like, yeah, they checked us in there.
So they ended up checking in the bags at the gate.
Somehow magic, because this is Disney.
Really, because they wouldn't check them in downstairs, but we could drag them up ourselves. It made no sense.
But anyway, we got on.
We don't really care.
We got on the flight, and now we have to wait 4 hours. But that's
and
okay.
I owe Mallory's suitcase. I'm putting it on video, so we got to give a shout out to the counter people at Portland at United. One said Stephanie on her name tag. They kind of pushed us up there and told us just try it.
Thanks,
shout
Stephanie. After that traumatic experience, I'm not even kidding, it still gives me chills to think about it. I decided to work with an A-push to pass the time. We got some lunch. I got this sandwich. Because it's vegan.
I got this sandwich.
Just prices at the airport are ridiculous for what you get. How much was this? It's $40.
But this is stuff we want.
Bread looks very filling. I'll look at the inside of that.
What's in it?
I don't know.
Come to gate 133 for final boarding to Fortnight.
Goat cheese. What does he have in his mouth?
A piece of like a card. Oh, he dropped it! Oh, there he is. There's an elephant! Now what does he have?
String.
12:48. And we're still in Newark. And our flight is scheduled to depart at 1:48. The plane is here. It's just still in Terminal B or something because it was international. Our gate changed. And so now we're walking to gate 128. Here's our plane. It's 1:43, and they told us all we could just board the plane. I don't know if that's gonna work though, but okay, we'll see.
I can't imagine they're gonna just let it flow willy-nilly.
So Amy, that's not what oh, it says pre-boarding on the sign. Pre-boarding. We're boarding. Oh, we're number 3 now? Yeah. On the new ones? Oh, we used to be 4, now we're 3. Finally, after what seemed like hours upon hours of waiting, we got to board the plane and I was so overjoyed to see that there were little mini TVs and games. We got some free headphones so we can listen to the board. Now they're doing maintenance, so hopefully it shouldn't take too long.
They're in airplane mode, unplug from the outlet, and either place in a pocket or held. Fasten your seatbelt, bring your seats up, and put away your tray tables and be
A cleaning room.
After a little bit of maintenance, we finally took off. The plane did not have any good shows or movies, so I seriously ended up watching Bob Ross and Baby Squirrels, which sounds really boring, but it wasn't actually too bad and it was actually pretty entertaining. The landing was not very smooth, as you can hear by the screams, but luckily they made up for it with some pretty boppin' jams.
you. Thank you, Molly.
After getting off, we had to head to Disney's Magical Express bus to get to the resort we were staying at called Caribbean Beach, or Caribbean Beach, I don't know, that's up to interpretation. What?
Something leaked on. I think it's this.
Can I have some of them? Just let me take it and wipe my hands. After arriving and getting settled in, we headed to a little cafe shop in the hotel's central center to get some salads to hold us over for a bit, because even though we arrived pretty late, we still wanted to go to Animal Kingdom to try to get on the ride. We decided to try to get on the Navi River, which claimed to have a 45-minute wait, but somehow we only ended up waiting 11 minutes, which was a pleasant surprise. Whoa! The ride had a black light which made everything glow, and the sound effects and sights made us feel like we were actually there. After that ride, we were able to get a fast pass for this It's a Bug's Life show. Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to film, but to give a summary, it was just basically a 3D show, and we got to wear some pretty cool glasses. And before bed, we were all ravenously hungry, so we ordered some food, and I got this jackfruit sandwich. It was so good before heading to bed. Hope you enjoyed day 1, and please stick around for part 2, which will be coming very, very soon.